Five common medical myths. Number 5. Hypothermia always occurs in cold weather. We all dread the condition of hypothermia, but few of us understand exactly what it is, and how easily we may contract it. Hypothermia is commonly considered to be synonymous with freezing to death. In fact, hypothermia is less of a freezing effect, and more of a simple reduction of the body's core temperature. Hypothermia occurs when your core temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Surprisingly, this does not only take place in cold environments. In summer, exposure to a warm wind after getting wet from swimming may trigger severe hypothermia. Cold river water may have the same effect, and even swimming in warm, tropical water can gradually drain your body temperature to dangerous levels, since the water conducts heat away from your body much more effectively than air. Number 4. Is bad for you. Sodium-free. Many labels proclaim this standard as if it is an achievement critical to your health and well-being. Based on some very weak studies fraught with uncertainty, sodium chloride, also known as table salt, has been blamed for a variety of medical conditions, resulting in calls for extensive reduction or even elimination of it in food products. But it turns out that only a fraction of food items actually have too much salt, and studies have shown that few medical conditions require you to cut your salt intake. In fact, certain health challenges may actually be mitigated by increased salt content in the diet, provided that it's non-refined, natural salt with a mineral spectrum more amenable to the composition of human blood. Number 3. Car crash victims die from external injuries. When presented with images of devastating car crashes, in which the forces of physics have conspired to completely annihilate vehicles, we easily understand how death could result from external crushing injuries or fatal strikes to the head. But people are at times perplexed to hear of car crash victims who suffered relatively little damage. Even if you are firmly belted in and avoid being squeezed or smashed against the vehicle, death can result. Here's why. When a car is traveling at a rapid speed, your internal organs are traveling at the same speed as the vehicle. And when the car stops suddenly, your body also slams to halt, often propelling your internal organs forwards to collide with bones and squeeze through rib gaps, resulting in fatal lacerations. This phenomenon is known as shear-related blunt trauma. Number 2. Tarantula bites are deadly. Tarantulas are firmly entrenched in our collective psyche as creatures of the most dangerous variety, thought to cause death or serious injury with a single bite. But contrary to popular belief, these enormous, hairy, and only mildly venomous spiders are actually rather gentle members of the arachnid class. Tarantulas live in subtropical grassland, mountain, and rainforest habitats, and may prey on a variety of invertebrates and even small mammals or reptiles. When a human handles a tarantula, a bite may occur if the animal feels threatened, but never out of aggression. Swelling, redness, and sharp pain may follow, but human deaths are nearly unheard of from both wild and pet tarantulas. Handling a tarantula does not put you at risk of a fatal bite. The greater risk is actually from the spider shooting its stinging hairs into your eyes. Number 1. Blind people can't see anything. As humans, we often like to think in terms of black and white in subjects as varied as ethics, politics, religion, and even the classification of animal species. In the area of health and disability, sparing a thought for the gray, in-between area is especially important. We often think of blindness as the opposite of vision, characterized by an absence of sight in the affected individual. In fact, blindness is a good example of a gray area, neither here nor there, with legal blindness encompassing a range of variations in sight. Some individuals who are legally blind may see only rough shapes, while others may have extremely limited fields of view or focusing ability. In other individuals, the problem may be identifying shapes. So the chief surprise is that most blind individuals are capable of seeing at least something.